How could we summarize the teaching of Christ, the Christian life, in just 5 words? You did it to me. The teaching of Jesus is meant to be simple. A young child can understand the gospel, the Christian life, especially when it all fits on one hand. You did it to me. These 5 simple words were planted as seeds in a child, and they eventually grew to make that child a saint. We know her today as Mother Teresa of Calcutta. She grew up in North Macedonia, which is a country just north of Greece. And her birth name was Agnes. And it was her mother who taught Agnes the teaching of Christ, the gospel. And she taught Agnes how the entire Christian life, the gospel, could fit on 5 fingers with those words. You did it to me. These, of course, are the words of Jesus, who said, "Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of these least brothers and sisters of mine, you did it to me." How we interact with our brothers and sisters, with our neighbors, this matters significantly. St. James put it like this. We heard it in that reading. If a brother or sister has nothing to wear and has no food for the day, and one of you says to them, "Go in peace, keep warm, and eat well," but you do not give them the necessities of the body, what good is it? Faith of itself, if it does not have works, is dead. The true, authentic Christian life, it requires walking the walk, practicing what we believe, what we've been taught by Christ. What is a measure of a Christian? Well, at the end of life, we will not be judged on how good we are at talking about being Christian, or talking about how Christ talks, or how many diplomas we have received, or how much money we have made, how many impressive, great things we have done on this earth. No, we will be judged by Jesus, one-on-one. Jesus, who said, "I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was naked, and you clothed me. I was homeless, and you took me in. You loved." Now, I think we all get this, who are striving to live the Christian life. And each of us, in whatever our walk of life is, I think of mothers and fathers striving to live this with your children and grandchildren, striving to give and give and give until it hurts. This language of love, of giving. But on this teaching, where might many of us still struggle the Christian life? Especially us who are so used to spending our entire lives giving to others. Where might we still struggle most? And I would say not in giving, but receiving. How difficult it can be to receive love. think we could also describe the teaching of Christ, the gospel, with two words: receiving love. How ready and able am I to receive love that hurts others, that costs others? I find for most of us, we struggle with this big time. Often we'll protest, maybe with a stubbornness of, I'll be okay. Don't worry about me. I don't need your help, or I don't want help right now. I don't want to be a burden. I think this especially creeps in as we age. We don't want to be a burden to our children. We don't want to be a burden to others or anybody, really. And so we can just carry and bear things on our own, self-reliance. But in that, we become like Peter, actually an obstacle to love, an obstacle to God. Jesus here, he begins to teach them that the Son of Man must suffer greatly and be rejected and be killed. And this was the gift of love that Jesus came to bring, that he longed to give. He longed to carry the cross for us, to give his life. But hearing this, hearing Jesus, Peter, we have in statue here, he takes God aside and begins to rebuke him. Lord, never will I allow you to give like that, to that great of a degree. How many of us here do that too in different ways, again and again? We may try to avoid inviting others or relying on others to serve us who are ready to serve. We might try to prevent or stop others from giving of themselves with good intention, but we can become obstacles to love. I'm going to be okay. I don't need help right now. I don't want to be a burden. Yet Jesus here, he's so determined to save us, he would not allow Peter to deny the gift of love because he came to give. And who would we be to stop God? We heard in that first reading prophesy so beautifully, like the eagerness of God to give until it hurts. He says, I gave my back to those who beat me, my cheeks to those who plucked my beard. My face I did not shield. It's like a mother being fulfilled in caring for her child, a father for his son, a husband for his wife. To allow others, and principally our God, to love us at the cost it comes with. And to be ones not only who give and give and give, but ultimately ones who are able to receive, to be able to receive love.